Hello YouTube and welcome to Jarod997's Guide to Farm Sims 17 for the XKCD crowd and everyone else. This means, yes, there will be a little bit of math involved. Okay, maybe a little bit more than a little bit. But that's the point of my videos. I like to take an analytical look at some of the games and show you exactly how and where things work. And today we have, boom, trees, wood, and chips. So we're going to delve into what's the best thing to do with trees, how to cut them. We have a new placeable wood chipper that sells directly. We have a placeable chip oven that sells wood chips directly, or do we want to sell to the wood pile or chop up logs, toss them into the pond or whatnot? So yeah, that's what we're going to look at. So in the words of a famous Finnish guy in a YouTube channel we know and love around here, and here we go. So this is my setup I used for all my test runs. I've got a number of logs down here, 32 I believe, and I did a number of test runs tossing either 32 logs into here and getting a tipper load of chips, or tossing 32 logs into here, the Gens HE700, and selling directly, or chipping it. I toss the same 32 logs into the chipper there, into the tipper, and then from the tipper I brought it around here and tossed it right into the auger, which starts up right away and sells your wood chips directly. After every single run I reloaded the game, so I'm back with the same 32 logs. I get the same amount of wood chips. Plus or minus, there is a little bit of variability with that wood chipper, and I'm going to imagine this wood chipper as well here. So a little bit of variability. And let's get to let's see here. I want to show you my slideshow now. Okay, we're going to swap over to my slideshow. Ding, there it is. So we have trees make logs, wood chips, and. Yep, trees make logs and wood chips. They can be sold at the mill pond. The mill sell point, I'm just looking at the Gold Crest Valley map, but I'll try and include any other variables in here. The logs can also be sold at the train yard and the Gens HE700. So logs can be sold directly at these. Chips can be sold at the mill pond. There is a pile there you can sell them directly at. The Hyzomat heating plant, which is a new placeable for Farm Sim 17, or at the biogas plant, you can sell them there too. Logs, the best length to sell a log is 7 meters. That means if for any given tree, we take the Scorpion King, set the various log lengths between 1 and 8 meters. For the same tree, for the most return for the whole tree, you want to set it to 7 meters, not 8 meters. Yes, you'll get a little bit more per log at 8 meters, but the most maximum value per tree, so if we include the total sell price of the whole tree, is 7 meters. Okay, best location to sell it is the train yard. Yes, the train yard. Chips, the best location to sell it at is the mill yard, so don't use the placeable. Yeah, it doesn't, your price isn't as good with the placeable. Logs, yeah, again, don't use the placeable chipper because not the best price. Here is the in a nutshell, so if you wanted to skip ahead and ignore any of the math and whatnot, the best thing to do with trees, the best thing if you want to get the most return on your trees, chip them and sell them directly to the mill yard if the price for logs is more than about $215. So if you go into your price, let's go over to my farm sim and I will show you. Farm sim. There we are. So we go into map overview, prices, and we go over to chips. Sorry, not logs, chips. So we have the Stant Sawmill is the only place here that can sell chips. Right now we're at $2.96. $2.96. All right. Yep, ship them and sell them to the mill yard if the price is more than 215. So there you go. Mill yard was at $2.96. We want to sell them there. If the price for wood chips is greater than $135 and less than 215, yes, here's a middle condition. Toss them into the Gens HE700. So that would be, ta-da! You can place this anywhere. You can place it conveniently next to a large wood chipping pile. Nope, I don't have it here. In my other game, this whole bunker is full of wood chips. I could probably take 10 loads of wood chips over. So yep, middle condition, sell it right there. And if the price is less than $135, sell 7-meter logs to the train yard. If present. So remember this, in Goldcrest Valley there is no train yard. In Sosnovka there is a train yard. So bring the logs down there and load them up onto the train and send the train out, okay, because you can get double your money back, or the mill pond. So what you can just do is take your trailer load of logs. You don't even have to unload them. You don't have to worry about getting the funky setup. I don't know if I have it engaged here. There is a trick. Oh, I don't have it turned on. Shoot me now. Yeah, I turned off all my mods for this except for the ones I was using. Darn it. The now I can't even remember the name. But the tippers that go on the trucks. Oh, what's the name of that? That's gonna bug me. That's really gonna bug me. But you can get the hook lift trailer, and on the hook lift trailer you can put the log loader. You can put a forage bin on it. You can put a tipper bin on it, whatnot. You can have multiple bins, and it's just a hook lift. There's a trick with that. You put the log pallet on it, load it up with logs. You can load it on the ground, lift it up onto the hook lift trailer, and then bring it over to your the sell point, and then drop the trailer on the ground, and it automatically sells. You don't have to worry about unloading it because you get the pallet low enough that it sells. Don't even have to do that. Put your logs onto your log trailer, and then just drive backwards into the log pond. Enough so that the logs touch the water, and you're good. Oh, I've got something over at the pond. Let's go check it out. That's not it. That's not it. Nope. 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 What's over at the pond? My Scorpion King. Yep. So all you have to do is take it here and back up slowly, either here or the other side. There's enough slope there that as soon as your logs get close enough to the water, they sell. And back to the farm. Here we are. Yep, mill pond. And that is it for the slideshow. I will tell you what, I will briefly bring up my spreadsheet so you guys can see what was going on and that I'm not making things up. I will go through it quickly though. And there we are. Okay, so this is tree revenue in terms of Scorpion King lengths, the 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 4 meter, 7 meter, 8 meter. So this is the total tree revenue. And this is the average dollars per meter of tree, average dollars per meter, yep, of the tree as a whole. And this is your cut revenue. So you see at 7 meters, your average dollar per meter drops, but the total amount you're getting for the tree is at its max here, just barely. The whole tree, if you limit, you get less than $1,000. The whole tree, if you don't limit, oddly enough, you get a bit more. Lengths. So here's the number of lengths per tree, the blue line. So as you know, as your cut length goes up, you get fewer lengths. Then you end up with one length, the whole tree limbed or not limbed. And this red line is a hypothetical tree length. So if we set, for example, the Scorpion King cut length at 1 meter, you will get 29 meters. Your tree turns out to be 29 meters tall because you get 29 1 meter lengths. So 2 meters. Okay, yeah, I did two tests at each length. So at 2 meters, you get a 30 meter tree, 3 meters, 30 meter tree, 4 meters, you get a 32 meter tree. And you see here's where it comes up. At 7 meters, you end up with a 35 meter tree. And I think the reason for this is at the top of the tree, when you're cutting, if you ever use a chainsaw, you'll notice some of the tree disappears. And it depends how far back from the top you cut, how much disappears. So if you automatically cut with the Scorpion King as close as you can to the bottom, turn it to 7 meters, you end up with a 35 meter tree. So that tips the scales over as to your maximum price. Yeah, don't look at that. That's just a chart I made up. Okay, so here we have 2 tests at each length, 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 4 meter, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you can pause the video if you want and have a look at this. Here is my price per piece length. And it does vary as the tree thickness changes as you go up the tree. So we start at the trunk around here, get to the top, and we see the top values are the lowest. The stump. So what I did here is I picked up I had the tree cut, so it was always cut at the same spot, but when I grabbed it with the Scorpion King, it always left a little bit of a stump at the bottom. So I always picked up the stump and tossed it into the pond and recorded that value. So we're getting the same value of cut wood. Let's collapse this here for a minute. Come on, work with me. So lengths per tree, that was the value in the chart. Your cut tree height, there you go. The cut, here's your total cut tree revenue, and we find its maximum around, ta-da, 7 meters. $3,750, which is slightly more than 8 meters. And then your average dollars per meter as just a value I threw in there. If you toss the whole tree in there, not limbed, you get $8,884. That was exactly the same each time. How did I do that? I think I just grabbed it with a loader and tossed it in. Or at least until part of it was touching it, sold the whole tree. $884 if you don't limit. If you do limit, you know, take the chainsaw, run it down, your price more than doubles. Limb the whole tree, toss it in, you get $1,900 per tree. If you limit and toss the whole tree in. Again, $3,750, double your money again, toss it and break it into 7 meter lengths and toss it in the pond. I did some other calculations here. If you take the whole tree limbed, let's see, whole tree wood chips limbed. I have to remember what I did here. Sometimes I just write notes in and I don't remember what I was looking at. Wood chips limbed. Okay, so I took the whole tree, I limbed it, and then I turned it into chips. I got 2,700 or 27,000 liters of chips from that tree. Here I only got 10,000, but the tipper wasn't lined up and the mulcher actually ate some wood, so that's not good. Here 21,795. The mulcher drifted away. This is something they fixed in patch 1.3, I think, and again they mentioned it in 1.4. The mulcher, the Gens portable mulcher, it won't move anymore. So when you load the game, it doesn't move on you when you're when you're using it, you hop in and out of it. It doesn't start drifting. It works now, so you don't have to worry about that. And so here we are. It's 27,891, 27,445, 28,215. So here it is. There is some variability when you mulch up exactly the same tree. Let's see, and if we assume 29 meters per tree, we end up with, what is this showing? 22 divided by, liters liters per meter of tree. Here we come out here with an average. I averaged up this value, this one, this one, this one. So you end up with an average of almost 1,950 liters of chips per meter of tree. At 267 per liter. That's actually $267 per 1,000 liters. Remember, in the game it's per 1,000 liters. So I just divided by 1,000 and called it per liter. Good enough. You end up with $255 per meter of tree in chips. So there you go. Each meter of tree is worth $255 in wood chips. If you were to sell 1 meter of log, the most you're going to get is $101 at the same price, at the same wood price. So look at that, $100 per meter or $255 in chips. Yeah, it was some other thing, calculations I was working on. So here we have our placeables. Feel free to pause, have a look at that. I'll go over it quickly. Log count 31. Oh, sorry, there's 31 logs. This one, I lost count. I wrote in, there were more than 10. They all went in. The chips volume turns out to be 31,000. This is now my test setup. So I go back here and this is this test setup here, 31 logs on the ground. And my test setup, so here we are, 31,000 liters of chips in the tipper. And I tested a different price, chips list price, so $207. If I direct sell 31,000 liters, direct sell on the placeable gives you 7,500. If I take 31,000 liters, reload the game, toss the wood in, 31,000 liters of chips, sold it to the mill, $6,400. Okay, I waited for the price to change up to $249. Again, direct sell 7,800, mill 7,700, and then I had a great demand. Waited for a couple days. Great demand came up, 6,600 and 11,000 at the mill. Okay, price went up. Okay, I note here the tipper was full. So if we calculate the mill income here, because mill calc, what do we do? B times C. So we have our volume list price times, or the volume of chips we know, chips list price. This is what we should be getting at the mill for that. Okay, so if we have 31,000, we know the list price is 207. We know we should be getting 6,417 selling at the mill. Direct sell price is more, so the difference is $1,000. So in this case, it's more. It's better to sell it direct sell. Wait a minute, didn't I tell you earlier? Wasn't? Yeah, stay tuned. Price goes up to $250 or $249. Direct sell at 31,000 and direct sell or mill income at 77. So here's the one we're looking at. The direct sell is 7,800. Here we calculate what we would have got if we sold it at the mill. It would be $7,700, which is only a difference of 145 or 1.8%. Okay, same 249 mill income. We calculate the mill income pretty darn close, $26 or 0.3% difference. I'd call that well within game. The direct sell price here, so we worked out the direct sell price for this because we're assuming it's the mill price at 207, but we find out it's actually $240. Here we go. Sell when the chips price is at 250. We direct sell, we get this much, and we calculate the direct sell price is 254. Price is up to $300, and this is what we get. We find the price goes down a bit, 31,000 liters, but whatnot, mill income would have been 9,300. Huh, that's funny. The direct sell price is only 214. So 365 mill, look, we get 11,000. And again, difference of only $14 or 0.12%. So there is that. Now, the funny thing is, I don't understand why. I used, for the first 6 tests there, I used. Let me flip over here. This Flegel trailer. It has a capacity of 31,000 liters. And for those tests, took 31 logs, filled it up, and, filled it up to 31,000 liters. But I thought, how much are we actually putting in there? Took a little bit larger tipper, stuck it into there, larger capacity. And this is the confusing thing, really confusing. When I stuck a larger capacity tipper in there, I actually got less chips. I can't figure that out. See, used larger tipper, didn't fill up, very odd. Same thing here. But math still works out. So if I sell chips list price, chips volume, sell at the mill, about $14 difference or 0.13%, that agrees. So basically, the game reports we sold 30,728 for 10,892. If we calculate this volume at this price, we should have got this much, which is a difference of $14. That tells me either I dropped a couple chips somewhere or the price is dynamically changing as I'm selling the chips, which I believe is happening. There's our difference. And again, larger tipper. There's our list price. Direct sell was 5,000 for a difference, which means our list price is 169. So this was done a while ago. Our log count 31, chips volume. This was calculated backwards. Chips list price, direct sell logs. Okay, so this is direct selling chips, and this is direct selling logs. So if the chips price is 207 and I sell logs into the mill pond, this is what I get for the logs at 7 meters. We're going to use the optimum price. So we'll calculate the chips volume. This is not the actual chips volume. This is the calculated based on the price we got. So if we get this, so bear with me here. Chips list price is 207. We get that from the game. We know we have 31 logs in there at, sorry, these logs are 1 meters. 1 meter logs. Price, so if we have 31 logs at 207, we know we got this price for selling all the logs, 6,598. We can work backwards from the chips price and get a volume of chips. 31,874 would be the volume. So again, the calculated income for the mill, if we were to take this price here of chips, I am missing a value here. What? Chips list price times F. Oh, okay. Assumed volume of chips. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to assume, because I have a different volume of chips here, I'm going to use a standard in this calculation. We're going to assume 30,263, which is close enough. At this price, we should have got this much money if we had sold the chips. Calculated income mill. If we took the logs, difference. Mill price. Yes, if we had taken chips. So if we had taken this volume of chips at this price and sold them at the mill, we would have ended up with this. The difference is here, this is what we got for the logs, this is what we would have got for chips. The logs, we got more for the logs at 207 within about 5%. So if the price is 207, we would have got about 5% more, or we did get 5% more for the logs. Okay, and this is just a recorded money before, after, and check value. So real to calculated, I'm within $1 or $2. I'm good. So here we waited, did it again at 330, 325. Again, the same 31 logs, sold them. I got this much here, but at the higher sell value, at assuming I had the same volume of chips, okay, I would have made a lot more in chips. So this is the volume I got for selling the wood. This is the volume I got for selling the wood chips. There it is. Okay, so what this goes to tell me is the price for logs is constant or very, very slow moving. Okay, this is the chips price, list price for chips. There's no price for logs in the game. There is only the chip price. Come here. So if not the garage, go to here. Sugar beet, go back to the beginning. So we have our fruits, potatoes, sugar beets, and then we're up to silage. Yep, wool. Here we are, chips. And then our other grass-based stuff we can sell, wood chips. There's no log price at all. Come back here. So look, log price is fairly steady. The difference between these, okay, the chips list price of 207 to 330, that's about $127 per 1,000 liters difference. Our direct sell price for logs was only $47 difference between, despite the wild fluctuation chips price. You know, it's an average change of not even 1%. So, you know, logs, not worth it. Not worth it. That is my slideshow. Hello, slideshow. Oh, yeah. Where is my slideshow? I am Gun Robot. Okay, quick, write in the comments what that show was from. First person to do that wins a prize. Haha. Ah, there we go. Ah. Next, 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 next. Bah. Skip to the end. There we go. So, best thing to do with trees, chip them and sell them in the mill yard. If your price is above 215, toss them in the gens. If your price is between 135 215, you can go back in the video to the spreadsheet if you want. Price, the cells and numbers are there. You can look at it for your reference. 135 and 215, and if it's below 135, sell the 7-meter logs at your train yard or mill pond. And for the most part, I think in my game so far, the price for wood chips has always been over 215. You get a great demand, goes up to 390. You're laughing. Your price will change though as you sell wood chips. So either sell them quickly or watch your price as you're selling, because it could conceivably drop below 215. Alrighty, I think that about wraps it up for me today. This has been Jarod997's Guide to Farm Sim 17 on trees, wood, and chips. There you go. Happy farming. Don't forget to check out Arthur's gaming channel, Arthur Chapman on YouTube. I think I have a link for him in my channel there. Check him out. I know he sends viewers over to me. We game. I'm on his farm sim channel every now and then. Great fun. Leave your comments below for other video series you want me to do. Check out one of the ones I have in the works is with the new DLC that came out February. You can do the combo plow, cultivate, seed, but the width is only 4 meters, and your speed and whatnot. So is it worthwhile to plow, cultivate, and seed at 4 meters and take forever going back and forth across large fields? Or is it more worthwhile to do 3 passes with a large plow, a large cultivator, and a large seeder? Stay tuned. And that's it for me. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.